Hey guys, my name is Anna and I get to work on our Central Life Groups and Missions team.
And my name is Mitchell. I get to be one of the Life Groups and Life Missions pastors here at Life.Church.
Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video today. Whether you're leading an in-person or online neighbor group, we're so glad you're stepping into the call to lead. We're excited to help you get your neighbor group started. Neighbor groups focus on bringing people together to serve within one of our church's 5 key areas of local missions. Those are families, education, well-being, justice, and community empowerment. During this video, we're going to answer some common neighbor group questions, talk about valuable resources for neighbor groups, and give some practical advice for leading a neighbor group. Mitchell, are you ready to get started?
Let's do it.
So to start us off, could you tell us about a neighbor group at your campus?
Sure. Yeah, one of the neighbor groups that I love is the Car Care Neighbor Group. And what I love about this is these are individuals that are knowledgeable about cars and really have a heart for people that need help in fixing their vehicles. And so what they do is they step into that need using the gifts and the knowledge that they have to meet that need right where people are at.
Well, that group sounds incredible. So Mitchell, if I want to be a neighbor group leader, how do I decide how my neighbor group will serve in the community?
Yeah, that's a great question. So as you think about the vision for your group, think about what breaks your heart in your community. This could be foster care, this could be youth, this could be homelessness, whatever it is for you, that will really begin to point you in the direction that God is calling you to move. Another way that you can begin to take that step is by filling out your neighbor group vision PDF. This is going to really help you set the foundation in answering important questions about what your neighbor group is going to look like and determining the vision for your group. Another step is to ask your LGLM team or your coach about local mission partners at your campus, identifying serving opportunities at nearby organizations that may already be stepping into the area that God is calling you to do the same in.
Once I know how I want to serve, how do I get people to come to my group?
That's a great question. So I think it's important to know that it could take some time to grow your neighbor group, but there are lots of ways that you can recruit people. Think about people you're regularly around. What friends do you have who might be interested in joining? That is an excellent place to start. People might reach out through our life group search tool, and if they do, you're going to get an email with their contact info. Make sure that you reach out there in a timely manner so that we can help people take their spiritual next steps. And as you're waiting for people to join, remember that God has placed a passion on your heart for serving, and trust that He is going to bring the right people at the right time.
That's a great reminder. So as I'm building my neighbor group, how should I set expectations? For example, where will we serve? How often will we meet? Whether kids are invited? That kind of thing.
Yeah, that's great. So as the leader of the group, it will be your responsibility to make these choices and communicate them to your group.
Right.
As your neighbor group grows and changes, it might become necessary to change things about your group depending on what works best for everyone, and that's totally okay. It's good to be flexible, but it will still ultimately be your responsibility to make the call on those decisions and keep everybody in the loop at the same time. Selecting a co-leader can be a big help here. You can work with this person to establish expectations and communicate them to your group.
Now, this could seem a little overwhelming for a first-time leader. What resources exist for leaders as they're getting started?
Yeah, that's great. So your coach and your life groups, life missions team are always here for you and ready to answer any questions that you have. The leader development training video will point you towards resources that you can use to grow as a leader. And don't forget to check out the neighbor group Bible plans. You can learn more about the 5 key ways that we can serve our communities by reading these plans.
It's good to know that those resources are available. Now, when it comes to figuring out what my group will discuss or what content we can go through together as a neighbor group, what do you recommend?
Yeah, so you might not need content depending on how often your neighbor group serves. If you would like content for the times that your group meets while not serving, here are some possibilities for you. First is the You've Heard It Said podcast. Each episode features stories of people following God and seeing Him at work. Season 6 is all about the 5 key ways neighbor groups can serve in their communities and could be a great place to start. Next is the Talk It Over Guide. This is a conversation guide that can help your group discuss the weekend's message. It comes with key scriptures, discussion questions, and next steps. If there's a specific theme or topic or resource that you want to go through with your neighbor group, Talk to your coach. Many campuses have a content library that you can browse for great resources as well.
Those sound like some great content options. Now, we've covered a lot, but one last question. Do you have any tips for online neighbor groups that may meet virtually?
Yeah, there are so many ways that you can connect with people digitally. You can meet over a video call or keep in contact by texting or messaging. If everyone in your online neighbor group lives in the same area, you could serve together in person. But if everyone lives in different places, you can serve separately and use your online meetup to discuss your serving experiences.
Yeah, that sounds great. Thanks so much for helping answer all those questions, Mitchell. Yeah. We know that this is a lot of information, and you probably have some questions. If so, you can connect with your Life Group's coach or Life Group's Life Missions pastor to continue this conversation and build up your new neighbor group.
Yeah, we're so grateful for you taking the time to invest in your growth as a leader. We're praying for you, and we can't wait to see how God impacts your community through your neighbor group.
Right. And remember, whoever finds God
finds life.